Okay, so TFT for fears and anxiety. Now, I mentioned at the beginning that TFT is really, really good if you don't like the EFT format of speaking through whatever it is that you're going through as you're going through the points. TFT is slightly different in that you have specific, what they call algorithms, where you tap certain points for a certain amount of times, depending on what it is that you're targeting at that specific time. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer on it. So you've got the algorithms, but there's also another point. So there is between the little finger and the middle finger, about halfway down, soft squishy part called the gamut point. And that point is where you do your setting routine. So you do that to set everything in at the end. And you've got an eye sequence that you do along with the gamut point. Now, when I said before in the introduction that the TFT algorithms are really good if you're maybe nervous of doing the speaking, maybe because you find it's a little silly, the gamut point part is probably where you're going to be like, no, I don't actually like the TFT either. So in that instance, I mean, generally, if I'm on like a bus or something like that, I'm just doing the short algorithm. So the first part without doing the gamut point setting in part along with it. So I'm going to show you the whole thing anyway, and you can decide what you do with it. So when you're doing the eye routine part of it, it's similar to how EMDR uses eye movement for changing the way that we relate to things. So I find it's really good. So if I'm at home, I'll do that part too, because I really like it. I find it does help soothe me, calm me, and make me feel better than not doing it. But as I say, if you're in like a public situation or you don't have a lot of time, it's okay to just use the short tapping routine. So when we're using the TFT for the anxiety and fears, it's the same algorithm that you're going to use. So you've got 5 taps underneath the eye point, and then you've got 5 taps in the underarm point, and then 5 taps on the collarbone point. Okay, so I've done the points there, but if you're not sure, you can go back and do the points again, which is the second or third lesson, I can't remember. So before you start, it's usually a good idea to do the checking out where you are on a space of 1 to 10, 10 being the most anxious and 0 being not anxious at all. And all you're doing is you're doing the 5 taps underneath the eye, the 5 taps under the arm. Please don't count because I'm speaking and doing it. So I'm probably not going to do 5 for each one. And just check in, once you've done it, how are you feeling? Is it, are you starting to feel a bit calmer? And you can just keep on repeating it. Underarm. Collarbone. I'm getting lost. Here's me saying it's really easy. And then I'm like, what? Where am I going? So I'm already feeling that little bit calmer, but it could be because I'm having top quality bands doing this. I'm going to do it one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're still using the 2 fingers. You're getting the point right. And then collarbone. Deep breath. So after you've done that, that's when you would then go in and you would check in with how you're feeling. Now, once you've done that and you feel that you've got to a level where you're at either, the 1s to 3s, feeling much calmer, then you come to the gamut point. So you're going to be tapping here. So you can relax your hand. I'll keep it here so you can see. And what you're going to do is you're going to close your eyes. So you're going to tap probably roughly about 5 times for each point. So you're closing your eyes first, then you open your eyes again. Then you look down and to the left. And then back to center. And then down and to the right. Back center, go top to bottom. Good. And then you draw your eyes round in a circle. So looking left, looking all the way up to the right and down, and then the other way in a circle. Okay, so that's your eye ones. Then what you're going to do is, so we're trying to tap into the left and right side of the brain. So first, you're going to hum for 5 seconds. So usually how I was taught was to hum happy birthday, but you can do any kind of humming pattern. Sometimes I just go, but if you're going to go creative, you can hum any tune. Then after that, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then backwards 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you hum again. And then you look from bottom to top and do it nice and slowly. And then you're done. That is your gamut cycle. So that finishes it all off. And recognize on a scale of 1 to 10 how calm or not you're feeling compared with when you started. So as I say, whether it's fears, phobias, or anxiety, using this algorithm, so the 5 under eye, 5 underarm, and 5 collarbone is your algorithm for that. And then you finish it off with the gamut sequence at the end. So great, let's try the next one.